Chapter 17. The Proposal. "Buy me?" Elena repeated. The words felt foreign, absurd in the context of the sunlight streaming into the kitchen. "I'm not a company, Julian. You can't acquire me." "Can't I?" Julian walked to the pantry. He opened a high cabinet one Elena couldn't reach and pulled out a bottle of tequila. Casamigos. He poured 2 shots. He slid one across the marble to her. "Drink," he said. "You're going to need it." Elena didn't touch the glass. "I want to leave, Julian. I want to go home." "You can't go home, Elena," Julian said, taking a sip of his tequila. "Because if you walk out that door with that iPad, 2 things happen. 1, you go to the police, you play the recording, I get arrested." "That sounds like justice," Elena said, her voice shaking. "Does it?" Julian leaned forward. "Because here is the second thing. The police will ask you, 'Ms. Vance, when you found the body, did you call 911 immediately?'" Elena went cold. "And you'll have to say no," Julian continued. "You'll have to admit that you spent 20 minutes wiping fingerprints, flushing drugs, and staging the scene. You tampered with evidence in a homicide investigation. That's a felony, Elena. 5 years, minimum." He took another sip. "So if I go down, you go down. We are tethered together. We are swimming in the same shark tank." Elena stared at him. He was right. She had cleaned the mirror. She had hidden the baggie. In her desperation to save the company's stock price, she had dug her own grave. "I didn't know you killed him," she whispered. "I thought it was an accident." "Ignorance is not a legal defense," Julian said. "You are an accessory after the fact. Congratulations." He walked around the island. He reached into his pocket. "But," he said, his voice softening, "there is a loophole, a beautiful, archaic legal loophole designed to protect the sanctity of the home." He pulled out a small black velvet box. Elena's heart stopped. "No." "Spousal privilege," Julian said. "In a criminal trial, a defendant's spouse cannot be compelled to testify against them. If we are married, Elena, the prosecution cannot put you on the stand. They cannot force you to talk about the night he died, or the tablet, or the recording." He flipped the box open. Inside sat a diamond so large it looked vulgar, an emerald-cut solitaire, flawless, at least 10 carats set in platinum. It caught the kitchen light and fractured it into 1,000 sharp edges. "It's not a ring," Julian said. "It's a shield. It's immunity." He took her hand. His grip was warm, firm. He didn't ask. He just slid the ring onto her finger. It was heavy. It weighed her hand down. "Marry me," Julian said. "Not for love. I don't believe in love, and neither do you. Marry me for survival. Marry me for power." Elena looked at the ring. It was beautiful. It was terrifying. "And if I say no?" she asked. "Then I can't protect you," Julian said simply. "The DOJ will come for us both. You'll lose the apartment. You'll lose the career. You'll spend your 30s in a federal prison in Danbury wearing an orange jumpsuit." He leaned in, his lips brushing her ear. "Or, you can be Mrs. Julian Thorne. You can be the Queen of New York. You can have half my empire. We will be untouchable, a team, a fortress." He pulled back to look her in the eye. "The world is cruel, Elena. We protect our own. So what is it going to be? The cell or the castle?" He let go of her hand. "I have a conference call in an hour," he said, checking his watch as if he hadn't just proposed a marriage pact based on mutual destruction. "I'll be in the study. Think about it. But don't take too long. The helicopter arrives at sunset to take us back to the city." He picked up his tequila shot, downed it, and walked out of the kitchen. Elena stood alone in the silence. She looked down at her hand. The diamond burned like cold fire. She was trapped. But as she looked at the stone, a dark, twisted thought took root in her mind. Half his empire. If she married him, she would be safe. But more than that, she would be an owner. She picked up the shot of tequila. She drank it in one swallow. It burned. She didn't take the ring off.